what's going on? Rob Blackstorm, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well, you and your family. I know it's a tough time for a lot of people. We're out of work. You know, some people are working. They're essential workers. They're overworked. And if you do go to work, there's no real outlet to kind of relieve yourself. You know, you're stuck in the house, you know, forced to watch Netflix like a lot of people doing, you know, read books, things like that. If you have the children, you got to take care of the kids, do schoolwork, homework, you know, and deal with them all day, you know. So it's very hard, especially now, to manage and maximize our days or kind of see a light at the end of this tunnel. First and foremost, before I even get into these 4 morning rituals to help you create miracles, I want to say that anything is possible. All right. So that's first and foremost. You have to know that anything is possible in this universe. So you could literally create your reality. So that means throughout the universe, things are quickening. So what does that mean for you? That means thoughts become reality much quicker. The things you think, the ideas you have, and the things that you want to manifest will become real much quicker. So the energy that you put forth towards these dreams, towards these goals, towards these manifestations, whether they be material, you want to get some money, you want a new job, you want a career, you want your own business, or they be spiritual. You want to tap into your psychic ability, you want to tap into your magical ability, you want to hone in and tap into your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. Before you go for anything, money, anything material, the first thing you should seek is wisdom, because wisdom is going to help you not only get the money, but maintain it. And as the Bible says, a fool and his money shall soon part. And we've all seen that, and we've all been fools at one point or another. I know I have, and lost money. So these 4 morning rituals for miracles work on the 4 quadrants of self. The spirit, which again is breath. As I broke down last video, spirit means breath. So we're dealing with literally air. When you breathe, you're spiritual. Just depends on what the degree of your breathing, right? On a consistent basis, because that affects your body. When you're tense, you breathe faster, and when you're relaxed, you breathe slower. So the slower your breath is, when you meditate, you're breathing very slow. It enables you to be more in tune with spirit. So what do you emanate from your spirit? You emanate vibes, right? Your spirit has a vibration. When you go by somebody, you could feel their vibe. You could feel their aura. So we're dealing with the vibration of a person as well. We're also dealing with the soul. Soul means sun. So that heart that beats inside your chest is the sun of your body. That's the engine of your body. That's what powers your body. That's where everything goes. So the sun is literally the engine of your body, right? So soul, if you go to the etymology of soul, we're dealing with SOL. SOL, soul means sun. So it is the sun of your body. So we're dealing with the spirit. We're dealing with what emanates from the spirit, which is a vibration. We're dealing with the soul, which is basically your physical body, or the energy in your physical body. And we're going to deal with how to actually enhance your physical body. Not just the soul, not just the heart, but develop the whole body as far as health and wellness. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing you want to do in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, most people, when they wake up in the morning, and I know I've been guilty of this, is they wake up in the morning and they turn on their phone. They wake up in the morning, turn on their phone, right? And usually the alarm is set with the phone, which is okay. You open the phone, you got notifications, you got texts, you got alerts, right? First and foremost, what you want to do is, when you get that phone, if your alarm wakes you up, you have to discipline yourself to where you don't just look at the notifications and messages. You get your phone, if you use it for the alarm, you turn the alarm, look at the time, maybe look at the weather if you need to, and then flip your phone back down on the face. Why are you doing that? The reason you're doing that is because the first 15 minutes of your day are the most important 15 minutes of that day. The first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes of that day are the most important parts of that day. I'm going to say it one more time. First 15, last 15, most important parts of that day. Why am I stressing this? I'm stressing this because you're in what they call a brainwave state of theta, Theta, theta wave. So your brain waves are producing what they call theta waves. Theta waves are the waves that are produced during meditation. They're also the waves that are produced during hypnosis. And guess what? The first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes, that's when that wave is prominent. You're just coming out of delta wave, which is a deep sleep wave, and you're going into this theta wave state. So your spirit, your mind, your soul is the most easily programmed the last 15 minutes and the first 15 minutes of the day. So it's very important that you use that first 15 minutes of the day wisely. What I usually do, I sit in bed, all right? I'll get my alarm, I'll sit in bed or I'll sit up, all right? And if I don't go straight into meditation, what I'll do is I will visualize my day and I'll visualize my goals and my dreams, right? And what I do during this visualization is I don't just visualize it, right? I immerse myself in the visual experience. For instance, right now, let's say I'm looking for, let's say I want to get a house, right? And I'm looking to get a house. What I will do is I will put myself in the home the way I want it to look. Visualize myself touching the window. I visualize myself sitting on the couch. I visualize myself sitting in the bathroom. I visualize myself, touching the sink with the gold handles, you know what I'm saying? With the TV up at the sink, so when I brush my teeth, I can look at videos, right? And so these are the things. So I visualize myself doing this, but I'm immersed in the visualization. I actually feel it. Even as I'm talking about it right now, I feel these things. So the first 15 minutes, and if you want to program your day, you go to work. Let's say you're in sales, like I am. You go to work. You want to program your day. You visualize yourself making a certain amount of sales. You visualize yourself being successful that day, right? You go. Let's say you got a regular job, right? Well, you're not doing that, or you're not doing sales where you have to hustle every day. Well, you have your own goals outside of your work. But let's say your work is your passion and you love what you're doing. Then you want to enhance that. Make sure you have a good day during that day. You have seasons. Just like the world has seasons, you have seasons. So the world goes through spring, fall, winter, and summer. You're going to go through winter, fall, spring, and summer emotionally because you are one with the earth. So what you want to do is you want to do that, and you want to harness these emotions with an affirmation. So if you're thinking about this house, I love my new house. I am enjoying living in my new house. I am grateful for my new house. I am grateful for the love here. I'm grateful for this big backyard. I'm grateful for this great expansion of land, of these acres of land I have behind my house. You see what I'm saying? So now you're putting that energy into the air, right? So whatever you want to achieve, this is what you do during the first 15 minutes of your day, and you're basically anchoring this to your spirit. You're telling your spirit, okay, this is the energy, and this is what I want to see happening throughout the day. You also have something in the brain, which I've seen my man Ken Brisbane talk about it first. I've seen KT, the arch degree, talk about it recently. They're talking about the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system, what that reticular activating system does, and this is briefly, is during the day, if you do this on a daily basis, during the day, what you'll see is you'll start to see opportunities. You'll start to see opportunities to manifest the things that you want. So you may see something for a home that is on sale that is within your budget. You may not have the money to even put the down payment, but you may see a job. You may see a second gig. Somebody may offer you money. You may hit a lottery, right? Things like you may hit a scratch off, right? You may win a raffle. Things like this happen throughout the day. And these are little breadcrumbs, right, to lead you on your yellow brick road to meet your own wizard, which is you, right? Which is what the Wizard of Oz taught us, that the wizard is really you and your manifestations. So you're creating your own yellow brick road by doing this on a day-to-day basis. Now, basically what these are, mind movies. You're creating a movie in your mind during that first 15 minutes. Now, while you're doing that, honestly, you should be doing that in meditation if possible, right? I always highly, super duper, ultimately recommend meditation. Because when you are meditating, you are slowing your body down. You're enhancing that theta state because you are now, not only have you woke up and you're in that theta state, but now you're controlling your breath. So you're able to enhance that theta state even more, therefore anchoring and increasing the vibration of your intentions So your magnetism is now amplified. So your body has an electromagnetic field. So as you are putting these intentions out in a meditative state, you are in what they call a meditative trance. A lot of people go in trances when they're watching TV. You see a child watching their favorite show, you're like, Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. And Johnny doesn't move from the TV, he's in a trance. And a lot of times we're in trances when we watch TV, when we watch movies, right? It's designed for us to be in trance so they could plant messages. That's why it's very important. You know, people say, oh, it's just only entertainment. Well, yeah, sometimes there are things just for entertainment and just to have fun. But when you're watching movies and when you're watching shows, serious shows, you always want to be aware of what the messaging is, because the writer of these movies, these films, these reality shows, so forth and so on, they have an agenda, and they're called programs for a reason, right? When you go on TV, what do? You change the channel. As spiritual people, what do we know channels are? Channels are people who are speaking from the spirit. Channels are people who are, you could channel your mama, you could channel Oshun, you could channel the Heru, you could channel Ogun, etc., etc. So if they're telling you when you watch the television that they are channels and programs, you have to be very aware of what you're watching. It's called entertainment. So it is entering you. So it could just be entertainment for entertainment's sake, but you have to know that when you're going in, and you have to know that the program is just for that, and you still got to guard your grill and protect your neck, right? So that's the first part, and this is the part where you're developing spirit, and of course you always want to work on developing your spirit, because your spirit is what emanates from you. Your spirit is what your aura is made of. Your spirit is what your electromagnetic field, which is your aura, is made of. Your spirit is what gives off vibrations. So you definitely want to tackle your spirit first thing in the morning. Start your day, whatever time you start your day with this, especially with that first 15, and end the day with that last 15. Highly, highly important. I say that's the key to me managing my emotions and coping, and also achieving and for miracles that I've seen in my life. The second thing is music. What music does is music enhances your vibration. And what is your vibration? Your vibration is your spirit. Your vibration is your spirit. So music enhances your vibration, right? Music, you could listen to a song that puts you in a good mood. You could listen to a song that puts you in a bad mood. You could listen to a song that makes you sad. You could listen to a song that makes you happy. You could listen to a song that annoys you. You could listen to a song that gets on your nerves. So the music that you put on after you do this spiritual work should be uplifting, should be motivating, should be something that makes you feel good, should be something that the hook of the song. So the hook of the song, you don't want to listen to something like Rod Wave right now, right? The first thing in the morning, you listen to these dark days, dark clouds, right? That's not something you want to listen to first thing in the morning. Now, let's say you listen to that midday, that's all right. You know, again, it's not something, and the reason I'm bringing that up, because I like that song, you know, but first thing in the morning, I wouldn't play it, right? I play that something in the afternoon, because I'm not programming my day with dark days. Now, in the afternoon, I've already programmed my day, you know? It's similar to, and I'm going to give y'all something, it's similar to this, right? A lot of people think that they're living righteously, or they're living this pious life because they're vegan, right? They think that they are masters of spirituality, masters of discipline, masters of taking care of their body because they are vegan. Let me tell you something, right? I was vegan 2002 to 2003. Did I feel better? Absolutely. But was it stressful? Fuck yes. Because y'all new vegans, y'all have all this new stuff, tofu. Well, we had tofu then, but y'all got all this new stuff, Beyond Meat and meatless meat. And all we had back then was soy and tofu and veggies. And that's it. There was no going to a Burger King, McDonald's, getting a fucking veggie burger. That shit didn't exist. They have veggie burgers, but you had to buy them in the store, and they were way more nasty. I think there were way more vegetables in them now than they were then. But I digress. So what I'm saying to say, let's say you're vegan, you're eating all this vegan food. Now, you decide one day you want to eat a pizza or a burger. This is people are going to demonize you because they're saying, oh, you're supposed to be vegan. You can't eat this burger or this pizza. Now, if you've been vegan for years, it may make you sick. This is true, because there's a lot of toxins in meat. There's a lot of toxins. Pizza isn't the best thing to eat either because it's a lot of dairy, builds up a lot of mucus in the body. But if you've been doing so much as far as eating right for so long, you could afford to eat a burger, right? You've been eating right forever. You could afford to eat a burger once every 3-4 months. You could afford to eat a pizza once every 3 or 4 months because you've been putting the work in. So it's the same thing as someone who programs their day and starts their day right. Now, during the day, right, let's say you want to indulge in a ratchet reality show, or you want to listen to some ratchet music, or you want to, or even at night, whatever, you want to indulge. You've been putting in so much work. See, the goal of spirituality, and I was talking to Wise Feminine about this last night, the goal of spirituality is not to become Jesus. It's not to become perfect. You'll never achieve perfection. We all go through some shit. The highest, the most powerful, the most religious, the most spiritual, the most magical, whoever you think that is, has some shit with them. One of my most esteemed teachers, I won't mention his name, one of my esteemed teachers, he got some shit with him that I found out, and I had to leave because I saw some shit in him. And he's powerful, intelligent, but I didn't like what I saw in the organization. But that doesn't mean that everything that he was saying and everything that he was teaching was not on point. Going back to the music pieces, when you put in enough good work, I remember I was working a job, I'm usually top person at jobs that I go to, or one of the top. And I'm going there, and I used to come late all the time. And, there was one supervisor, they ain't like me. So they went to the manager. They was like, yo, Rob's always late. You know what I'm saying? He's always 10, 15 minutes late. And I remember I was in the office. I thought I was going to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? They was going to say something. And what happened was he ended up saying, big dogs eat. He said, big dogs eat first and they eat the best. And what he was trying to say was, I put in enough work and I made enough money for this company that I could afford to come 15 minutes late because I'm a big dog. And it's the same thing with you. You want to be a big spiritual dog and you want to allow yourself these little laps of ratchetry. Well, you got to put in the work so that the ratchetry doesn't overpower you. Because the dominant vibration on this planet is ratchetry, negativity, sexuality, violence, fear. That's the dominant vibration. That's what the base of the planet is working on. And we have to remember, we're pyramids, right? Don't think I'm Illuminati because I'm doing this. We're pyramids. So the base of the pyramid is always going to be broad. There's always going to be a ton of people. The mass of people are always going to be fearful. Back to the music. It's very important to listen to something that inspires. Pay attention to the hook. Pay attention to the lyrics. Because you don't want to start your morning with some sad shit or with some negative shit that's going to start your day wrong. And usually the first thing you listen during the day is something that replays for the first 2 to 3 hours of your day. So the hook of the first song that you listen to during the day, if it's something that, of course, you're going to play something you enjoy, but if it's something that you really, really enjoy, it's going to play over and over and over and over in your head. So be very mindful of the music you listen to, the lyrics. Music influence vibration is also why it's in rituals, right? If you see any ritual, there's a drum. Any indigenous ritual, there's a drum. There's music and there's chanting. Why? Because music is a motivator. Music changes moods. Music emits vibrations from your aura, aka electromagnetic field. So when we're talking about an aura, science calls it an electromagnetic field, right? So when you're talking about the universe and universal energy, or you're talking about the energy around the globe, there's an electromagnetic field around the globe. There's an electromagnetic field around each planet. So when the planets, so this is why you could feel the influences of the planets. And also, sidebar, if you've been following any reputable astrologer, they would have told you that this year was going to be a crazy year, right? Based on the astrology that happened during the previous year. So they would have told you that these foundations was going to shake this year. All the astrologers that I follow have told me that. So the planets have an electromagnetic field. You have an electromagnetic field. The planet has an electromagnetic field. You could also say the planet has an aura. The other planets have an aura. The sun has an aura. Electromagnetic field, aura, same thing. So what happens is with astrology, when these planets are close to the Earth, then that electromagnetic field affects the Earth's electromagnetic field, therefore affects your electromagnetic field. Aura, aura, aura. As above, so below. So when people say astrology doesn't make sense, tell them go back on YouTube, find some astrologers that predicted what was going to happen this year, and those are the people they need to follow to get an understanding, because it's already written and predicted, and the stars will tell you what's going on. Also, another thing in music is, as far as morning music, sometimes this is something that I do too, even before bed or while I'm sleeping, binaural beats. All right, binaural beats and isochronic tones. Binaural beats and isochronic tones. And there's different ones, 582, 741, beta, theta, delta, alpha. What I like to do in the mornings especially is and at night is I like to put theta on. So as I'm sleeping, dark screen, because it's very important that you don't have light. Light disturbs your sleep and affects your REM sleep, which is what regenerates all your cells and heals you while you're sleeping and recharges your battery. Just like when you plug in your charger on your phone, that's what you're doing when you're sleeping. So you don't want to have that light on, because that light, right, your battery charges faster when you turn it off. It's the same thing. It's the same. The phone battery charges faster when you turn it off. So it's the same principle. When you turn off all the lights, you charge faster and you're able to get more. I recommend the theta wave, dark screen, or anyone that resonates with you. Each frequency on the isochronic scale or the binaural beats or what they call the Schumann resonance deals with a vibration. It deals with frequency. And frequency, if you want to generate a vibe, right? Let's say you want to generate a vibe of confidence, or you want to generate a vibe where you're comfortable speaking, or you want to generate a vibe, where you're more enterprising. Frequency is based on what you do frequently. So if you want to master the law of attraction, these frequencies or these tones are aligning you with whatever it is that you want to master. So look at the isochronic tones, look at binaural beats, see where you're lacking in your character and your personal development, and get that taken care of with these beats. And it's just one quick way to hack. Third thing, morning ritual for miracle, motivation. Now, motivation is something that people talk about like in a vacuum. When we're dealing with motivation, we're dealing with Heru energy, right? We're dealing with willpower. We're dealing with overcoming obstacles, overcoming self-doubt, overcoming self-limit, and overcoming distractions. So motivation there's a lot of motivational speakers out there. Again, after you do your 15 minutes of meditation and visualization and affirmation during those meditations, after you listen to your music, your binaural beats, your isochronic tones, the next thing you want to do is pop in a video or read a book. There's Les Brown, right? There's E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. There's Gary Vee. There's Evan Carmichael. There's Napoleon Hill. There's Dale Carnegie. There's Lisa Nichols, right? And, several others work that got motivational speakers. Look, this is something great for this time, this book, The Power of Broke, right? Right now, a lot of people are broke and broken. Great book for this time, right? Something you want to read to start your day or during your day, right? So you want to get your money mindset right too, because motivation is going to allow you to go get it, allow you to go achieve the things you want. You want to create a website? Great. Motivation is going to get you to do it. Why somebody who's always talking about business, who's always talking about entrepreneurship, If you want to get spiritually powerful, then watch somebody who motivates you spiritually. If you have goals that you want to set, watch somebody that motivates you goals. If you're into stocks, watch somebody who motivates you to play your stocks. If you're into sales, watch somebody who and you could do different people on different days during the week, right? Depending on how you wake up that day and what you feel like you want to, or what your goals are. And you also, during this time too, while you're goal setting, you want to have a little notebook so you could kind of enhance your plans during the day. You visualize them, and you visualize your dreams, and you visualize your goals doing meditation. But you also want to have a little book where you could write down your goals. Have a diagram. Have a clear outline for what your day is, the things that you want to knock out, whatever chores, whatever errands you want to run, and whatever you want to work on, right? So this way you have everything kind of mapped out during the day. Now, again, I know a lot of us are home, unemployed, not working, and we have a lot of free time. Well, this could kind of help you map out and utilize that free time and figure out what you're going to do. And also set up time when you're finished doing these rituals to have free time, because you want to reward yourself whenever you're doing things that are beneficial for yourself. You want to reward yourself. You don't want to be doing all these things that's going to enhance in the soul. This is dealing with your inner your inner fire, your willpower, right? After your spirit and your music got you in good vibes and you ready to go, now you got this motivation, you ready to move now. You know, you got your mind right, you got your spirit right, your mind right, you know, you got your vibe right with the music. Now, let's go get it. That's that motivation piece, right? So that's the third piece. This enhances the soul. And the last piece is muscle, right? You want to work on enhancing your physical body. As the scripture says, your body is a temple. You only have one body, right? And we see with the coronavirus, with the health scares and the things that are happening now, if you don't take care of yourself physically, from 2020 on, if you're not taking care of yourself physically, you still eating trash food, and you still not taking care of your diet, and you still not taking herbs, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you even alive? Like, what are you doing? You don't see what's happening out here, right? And majority don't, because again, I keep going Whole Foods and I keep shopping, and I still see blueberries, blackberries, supplements, greens, herbs, and all the things that will really help you. Oregano oil, all the things that can help you, all the things that I mentioned in my other videos, they're still stocked up. They ain't sell out yet. Maybe elderberry, because everybody's screaming elderberry, so you can't find elderberry nowhere. But other than that, everybody is eating junk. And I've seen people with the elderberry in the cart and the fucking the bad and tons of bad food, but they got the elderberry. That's not the way it works, right? So you got to take care of your body. You want your body to be as light as possible. That's why they recommend people being vegan. That's why they recommend people eating greens. Because what happens is when you're eating meat, now instead of the blood flowing to your brain, which allows you to download different ideas, to download different visions, which will ultimately guide you to where you need to go in life and guide you to the things that will help make you a better person and guide you to things that will help you realize not only your divinity, but who you are on this planet. Those things are manifested when you have a body that is light. It's not heavy. It's not filled with food. When your body is filled with food, now instead of that blood rushing to your brain and you getting your downloads, now it's rushing to your stomach, because now it has to fight off the diseases that are inside the meat or the bad food that you're eating. Now it has to work overtime to eliminate the waste. Now it has to filter out the chemicals and the hormones that are in the food that you're eating, right? So instead of you maximizing who you are, now your body is limiting you from maximizing your potential, and you wonder why you're held back. You wonder why you can't think clearly. You wonder why you can't get to where you want to go. Well, it's your diet that's really holding you back. So now, the sign is out here, right? The coronavirus told you all you need to know. So get your body right. Start eating an electric diet. You want to be as alkaline as possible. And all you need to do to get alkaline, and again, I've seen stores with all these, get you a lemon and squeeze it in water. Get you a big thing of water. Get 2 or 3 lemons, squeeze it in water. If you don't want to drink it just like that, I don't recommend this, but sometimes I do it. Put sugar in it and make it lemonade. You know, you can put brown sugar, which is what I do. Put brown sugar and make it lemonade, but it's actually better to drink it without sugar. It's just sometimes if you want a variation. But you can put brown sugar and make it lemonade. So 2, 3 lemons, get you a little jug, alkaline water. You don't need to go buy Century and all that and waste your money. Bananas are alkaline. right? Blueberries, alkaline. Blackberries, alkaline, right? And there's a whole bunch of alkaline foods out there. The reason you want alkaline foods is, again, there are electric foods. They provide electrolytes, right? Gatorade, I wouldn't say Gatorade because Gatorade has a lot of salt and it dries you out. But electrolytes are what you need, because the more electrolytes you have, the more energy you have. The more energetic you are, the more connected you are to the universe, because you are an electromagnetic being. So that means you're electric and magnetic. So your electric body has to be fed. So you want to know how you could be psychic. You want to know how you could read people's minds. You want to know how you can manipulate matter. You want to know how you can make your will manifest just by speaking it into existence. You want to know how you could do this altar work, or how you could do spell work and make it manifest as quick as possible. This is the way. Become electric. The more electric you are, the more you connect with everything out. The more you enhance your electromagnetic field, the more you can affect the electromagnetic field of the earth. And that's the science behind the magic, right? So diet is a major key, though. So a lot of things, you're trying to heal these chakras. You're trying to take care of, you're trying to heal these chakras. You're trying to decalcify the pineal gland. You got to take care of your diet. Also, first thing in the morning, immediately, as soon as possible, don't brush your teeth with anything with fluoride in it. No fluoride toothpaste. I don't care what, atheist or so-called scientist tells you. There's enough information on the internet to tell you how bad fluoride is. Not only for you health-wise, but in your teeth, but also vibrationally, what it does to the energy that you conjure up, how it lowers your frequency, how it lowers your vibration, how it lowers your energetic output. So you want to take care of your diet. It's very, very important. If you have to eat heavy, that hopefully you're doing some construction or something like that. Like that's what's making you eat heavy. If you do construction in the morning or something like that, yeah, eat heavy because you burn that off. But if you're just going to sit down on the desk, or if you're sitting down in the house and you eating a big ass breakfast with bacon and eggs and home fries and pancakes and, pork sausage and all that, well, you're going to feel heavy during the day. You're not going to have a lot of energy. And now your body, again, has to deal with decontaminating you from you eating the bullshit, right? Willpower. You could also walk around the block. This is also a way to build muscle. We are quarantined. A lot of people are locked in. A lot of places are getting rid of quarantine. But you could also walk around the block. If you're on lunch or whatever, taking a lunch break, even if you're working from home, take a 20-minute walk. Just walk around the block. Maybe walk around 2 blocks if you're in New York, 2, 3, 4 blocks, right? Just take a walk. Put on your headphones and take a walk. You could listen to affirmations. You could listen to your favorite video. You could listen to whatever music turns you on, right? Or you could have a conversation with one of your friends. But take that walk. 20 minutes a day is enough to build your immunity while you're out here. And that's scientific fact. 20 minutes a day of walking will build your immunity. So you want to do that while you're dealing especially with these virus and these virus conditions. People tell you not to go outside your house. Like, that's crazy. You're not going to exit your house? Like, you're not going to breathe fresh air? Or are you in jail? Are you voluntarily putting yourself in jail? And use the precautions. Wear the mask, wear the glasses, wear the face guard. We'll use necessary precautions if you're that nervous about it. You feel like your health is compromised or you have a compromised immune system. But take that 20-minute walk. You know what I'm saying? Take that 20-minute walk. And again, just because you catch coronavirus doesn't mean that you're going to die. You can catch coronavirus and survive. More people catch coronavirus and survive than those who die. So worry about taking care of yourself. One other thing you could do is, after you then do your workout, exercise 15 to 20 minutes, do some push-ups, do some dips. Again, if you're a woman, get some weights, cheap, some light weights off Amazon, do some curls, get some stretch bands. These are all things you could do in the house. And I know it gets annoying. It's annoying for me to work out in the house, but guess what? You got to have a goal. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a goal. What do you want to look like during the summer? Do you want to come out of quarantine looking fat, nasty, and look like you went through hell? Or do you want to come out of quarantine looking like a god or a goddess? What's your goal? You know what I'm saying? Set up a goal. This is something you write. This is something during one of the or two of these days you include in your meditation, in your mind movie. You can create these mind movies before you even go into meditation. What does your goal look like? What does it feel like? What are the sounds that you hear? It could be a trip. That's something that you want to manifest when your mindfulness and your meditation that you do first thing in the morning. But this is also something that's going to go along with your workout. Do you know you could do affirmations while you're working out in your head? Do you know you could visualize your goals while you're working out in your head and while you got that music blasting? Do you know that's a way of charging up your thoughts and charging up your energy, similar to lighting the candle on your altar or similar to lighting your candles when you're doing spell work? Is you charging up the energy? And again, that's where ritual comes from, where people are clapping and dancing and chanting and charging up their energy. So again, their aura can extend out into the world and out into the universe by virtue of their electromagnetic field broadening, by the heat that they're generating through their heart. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So again, these are things that you could do. Look in the bathroom mirror and affirm yourself. You know what I'm saying? Look in the bathroom mirror and affirm yourself. Tell yourself that you're great. Tell yourself that you're wonderful. Tell yourself that you're beautiful. Tell yourself that you're handsome. And if you don't like what that mirror looks back and reflects back at you, then tell yourself you're going to fix it. Tell yourself you're going to work on it. Tell yourself you're going to work on being your best you, and tell yourself what you are. Because if you don't tell yourself who you are, guess what? The world will tell you. Guess what? The con man, the spiritual teacher that's trying to con you is going to tell you. Guess what? The government, the politician is going to tell you. Your boss at work is going to tell you. The billboards out there are going to tell you. The commercials are going to tell you. The ads on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok will tell you who you are. They are working day and night, repetitively putting out ads to program you. So what are you repetitively doing to program yourself? Again, frequency is what you do frequently. So you have to choose your vibration. By virtue of breath, we are all spiritual, right? We're all spiritual by virtue of breath. As long as you're breathing, you are spiritual. This is a fact. Spirit means breath. So it really depends on what level of spirit you're going to deal with. Are you going to deal with the spirit of anger? Are you going to deal with the spirit of fear? Are you going to deal with the spirit of lack? Are you going to deal with the spirit of poverty? Are you going to deal with the spirit of self-doubt? Are you going to deal with the spirit of non-weakness, or are you going to empower yourself? And are you going to do this on a repetitive enough basis so you could charge this energy, charge your electromagnetic field, charge your aura, so that it extends out and gets bigger and brighter, and you are also changing your brain, virtue of neuroplasticity, also changing your body's epigenetics and the epigenetics of your environment, because you're changing. So the epigenetics of your environment is changing because you affect your environment by virtue of your energy and your electromagnetic field affecting the Earth's electromagnetic field, right? With quantum physics and quantum mechanics, you can pretty much prove anything spiritual right now. So I also would urge you to get into quantum mechanics, get into quantum physics, learn it. A good movie, basic, easy movie. What the bleep do we know? What the bleep do we know? And I think there's a part 2. What the bleep do we know? Part 2. I think you can find it free on YouTube if I'm not mistaken. But if you could Google it as well and figure out where it is. Even if you paid $3 or $4 to rent it, it's worth it. Trust me. It's a life-changing movie. It's kind of old, but it'll explain quantum mechanics and quantum physics simply. And that's what's happening. Quantum computing is coming. It's right around the corner. D-Wave is right here. It's right around the corner. So again, information is speeding up. So if we want to manifest these things, we have to have a blueprint. And these 4 morning rituals to create miracles is a blueprint that I use. And it has helped me. It's helped me to manifest miracles that I never thought I would happen. It's helped me to get my mind right and not really be as fearful about the coronavirus as other people are. You get downloads beginning of the year. Something told me, don't eat heavy breakfasts. just eat blueberries and bananas in the morning. And I would alternate between blueberries and blackberries, but always bananas in the morning, very light. I would only eat heavy after 11, where I would eat my lunch, right? And some days, because I eat that light, I didn't even want to eat a heavy lunch. So you have to, you know, and this is a download that I got. And again, you could look on Instagram and see me talking about I'm a blueberry banana king. In fact, you can see the bags in my hands sometimes. So this is a download that I got. I didn't know coronavirus was coming, but I did have an inkling that I wanted to be off those trains because I felt like something was going to happen this year. You could ask my sister. I told her this. So these are downloads that you'll get when you are in tune and doing what you need to do to be in tune with the universe. You're going to have your days, good, bad days, especially during this isolation period. You're going to have days where you're up. You're going to have days where you're stressed out. You're going to have days where you're depressed. This is life. We all go through seasons, winter, summer, spring, and fall, just like the earth does. We go through those same seasons. But the key is, how do you cope with these seasons? How do you manage these seasons? What do you do with this time? And how do you become great during this time so that not only can you achieve all your goals, but come out of this coronavirus situation powerful and prosperous and with a peace of mind and with your sanity. And some days it's tough to hold down your sanity, especially people who aren't working or you're in the house with the kids, they drive you crazy, etc., etc. But these are ways to help you, right? These are ways to help you. And of course, during the day, you always want to find something that inspires you, whether it's memes, whether it's people, whether it's things on YouTube, whether it's something on, I don't know, Gaia or whatever, helps you to become inspired. You want to do that during the day to keep that energy going and keep that flow going. And the more consistent you are with doing these type of things during the day, the more things you'll see manifest. And this is even me developing or thinking about doing this. This is even a reminder to me in the last couple of days, just getting back on it because I haven't been back. Work has done wonders for me, getting back on these morning rituals and follow this blueprint myself. So I'm delivering this to you. Hopefully it helps you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace, power, prosperity. Rob Blackstorm, I'm out.